Remember that clip from Diddy's 50th birthday party? Well, the truth about that night just came out. Word is, an audio recording was played in court. And the moment that the video was played, honestly, no response. Because it's too long to explain. I've got the details, and you don't believe me. Let's get into it. The foundation is from brotherhood to destruction. Picture this, two titans of hip-hop, standing side by side for decades, building empires together, sharing stages, celebrations, and what they really thought was an unbreakable bond. Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs weren't just business partners, they were brothers in the truest sense of the word, or so we all believe. That clip, that's Jay-Z celebrating with Diddy at his 50th birthday party. All smiles, all love, all fake brotherhood that would eventually crumble faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. But honey, that was before the world knew what was really happening behind those mansion doors. Before Pastor Ventura became the hero we didn't know we needed. And before Jay-Z's name was echoed through a Manhattan federal courthouse in ways that would make even the most seasoned hip-hop heads gasp. Let's rewind to understand how we got here, because this story is about more than just two men. It's about power, manipulation, and how one brave woman brought down an empire built on secrets and shadows. For years, Jay-Z and Diddy moved through the industry like they owned it, which, let's be real, they basically did. They collaborated on music projects.
You hit the like button. You hit the like button first. You want me to say hi? You hit the like button. Then I'll say hi. Why didn't you do that first? Why did you not hit the like? Oh, okay. Hi, Bobby. What you want to talk about, Bobby?
Well, that's where things get complicated, messy, and downright explosive. The traction is seemingly perfect friendship started showing when Cassie
Are you watching the Diddy trial?
Now, let me tell you something about Cassie. This woman is a survivor.
Say yes. Say yes. Say yes, Papoose. I am. What have you liked or did not like about how the Diddy trial is going? Hi, sweetheart. How are you? How you doing, love? Oh, you are. So tell me some things that you... As soon as I get on here, my phone ring. Hey, Cookie. I am not getting your notifications, girl. I'm trying to come over and vibe with your channel. Hello. Hello. Hey, Robin. Hello. Hey, Gammon. So, where was Bobby? What are you liking and what are you not liking about this Diddy trial? Because I'm a little bored with it, to tell you the truth. Especially when you start clicking on so many different content creators who have their opinions and speculations about everything that's going on with it. Yeah, you say free Diddy. Can you hit the like button, Umar? And then I will. You have to hit the like button. Carlos, no, you do not like my hair. I'm in the process of taking this down right now. I got to take it down and redo it. Yeah, it's boring to me. I think because I keep hearing so many people trying to tie in the difference between R. Kelly's case and the Diddy case, or which one do you think is which person do you think is the worst? And so many people just being told a story, about, what is considered a victim, what is not considered a victim, and how long should someone wait. You say free Young Thug. Listen, you get Young Thug over here and we'll free him. How about that? We'll free him over here. Yeah. But thank you for liking my hair. But I got to redo my hair. I'm on vacation, so sometime before Saturday, I'll get it down and redone it. Right now, I'm just lazy. But there is over 5 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Y'all go over there, watch all that content with people putting y'all in y'all personal feelings. And y'all hit the like button. So hit it over here where it is also free. so that we can talk. I wanna talk about it, but Harlem says that I'm watching the wrong content. Actually, I stay watching Tisha Tells, even though at some points Tisha Tells, will say some things that also spark up a person's personal feelings. But however, she do kind of stay on point with what is being told on in the courtroom. So I do peep in on her. There's another guy that I peep in. There's two guys, right? One of them is a white guy. You say R.I.P. to all the legends. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Gammon. I don't know if I want to join in with you on that, because some of your legends that are gone, well, then I'll be talking about my personal feelings on that, so I don't want to do that. But okay, RIP to all of the legends. And, respectfully, let's just say that. Let's just say that. But this stuff here, it's got like hundreds of people like really in their feelings. I don't like content where I hear people express their opinions like they were actually there. I guess that's what turns me off from it. I think that if people would, before they express their opinions, hi, Too Fast, Too Furious. What, Too Fast, Too Furious, hit the like button before you leave, please. I'm lazy today, but I'm rocking my boosie. See my boosie badass? Boosie bad. See my boosie badass? I'm rocking my t-shirt. I went out to take Coda Bear somewhere right quick because I wanted to ride with her. And I went in this one store and the white lady goes, "Oh, I know him." I was like, "You know who?" Right? Because when we put on our clothes, you kind of forget about it, right? And I looked at her, she was like, I know that Boosie Badass. And I was like, yeah, I went to the concert held over in Milwaukee with him and several other artists over there. And I kind of enjoyed myself. And I'm getting off a topic because I'm trying to answer and talk to you guys in the chat. Why do you want 6ix9ine arrested? Why do you want him arrested? I ain't seen him do nothing here lately. Not on the, I ain't seen him do nothing lately. Mm-mm. And shout out to Culver's for this magnificent, tasty banana mango shake. Yeah, shake. It's pretty good. But this stuff here puts you in your feelings. You say he a snitch. Who he snitched on now? I have not seen anything about 6ix9ine in on YouTube or Instagram. What he done did now? I thought that he done quieted down a little bit, Gammon. It's always something behind the scenes going on. But you know what, Gammon? Does it ever make you wonder? Because it does with me. When it comes to that type of industry, besides the hunger for money, right? Do you ever think, because I do think, I think of this all the time. They always talk about this separate empire that is out there controlling that type of era, right? That type of industry, rap or whatever it is, right? Does it ever cross your mind why these guys can't be so smart enough to like group together and have one empire underneath their belt to control what they are being controlled at? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like ludicrous to me, but it also helps me understand the power of greed. My phone, I should have got on my other phone. So don't go nowhere because if it's ringing, I'm going to come right back. But my phone is ringing all of a sudden. It didn't ring all day. None. Soon as I get on here to vibe with you guys, then it starts ringing. Yeah, hey, Ben Berno. Hit the like button, Ben Berno. I only see 5 likes up there. Come on, trolls. Y'all can help my channel, make my channel grow. Get the likes up there. Yeah. Please make this a heart if you love your followers. I love my followers. I love my trolls. I have to give it to you guys because you know what? Y'all will show up to help me get my views out there when I do show up. But I'm I get very busy. I have a job, like a real job that I have to go to. So a lot of my time is just not dedicated to YouTube like that, even though when I try to come back, I always got something going on. But I like that you guys do come here. And I do like that you guys are not here. And when you do come, you're not disrespectful. So that makes me talk to you. What motivates me to work? My last child. That's it. My last child, my 19-year-old. I did it for the other two. I have three girls. So this is my last one. She's 19. I'm not saying that once she starts to go out there in the world on her own, that that's my last motivation. That's not what I'm saying. Survival, gamming. I like talking to gamming. Hey, boo. Um, Survival. That's what motivates me. I understand that without working, you cannot keep a roof over your head. I understand that without working, I cannot enjoy some of the lavish lifestyle in my home. See, that I live in. I like some expensive things. I can't travel to enjoy different parts of the world to see out there. I can't drive my nice vehicles. Can't pay them off without a job. So all of those things motivates me. Yeah. So I just get up and go. I'm like, oh Lord, don't wait for payday though, Gam. And I'd be like, bam, I could go, now. But I don't have to wait for payday anymore. So my character that built that up, and I'm seem to be okay. However, I have my times where I want to lavish myself and I'll spend, and then I'll stop spending, But that's what motivates me. You say what you like. You're going to be my friend, but you got to be respectful. So, and you got to give me a like button, Satish. You're in Iran. Isn't it hot over there? You're from Kenya. Salute to Kenya. That's what's up. I was watching a program about Kenya. No, no, no. I just lied. I was watching this program about where Bob Marley had come from, and was it Rochester or something like that? And then you know how they go and try to film the hood and everything. I don't understand their government. I never dug into it to really understand it, but what I do understand is that no matter where we are on this continent, you're going to find devastating places, people that are not receiving federal funding or, whatever to build the communities up, or there's no jobs and stuff there. However, I do understand, and I forget the word of it that describes us indigenous, right? So I understand that and everything, but when people are set in their ways according to how they were brought into the world, and they choose to not live, they just become accustomed to living that way. So to them people, that can be their riches. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I was watching that Ben Berno about Bob Marley and stuff, which I kind of caught interest of that because I really wanted to see it. And I was watching it and I was like, wow, they showed a bunch of different artifacts of places, and basketball and where he lived at, and a few other Jamaican artists coming from, I think it was Charleston or something, right? However, watching some of those programs like that, I'm like, I don't think I want to go there. I don't think I want to go there. I will stay over here. What's the one piece of advice that you can give me? You a student in cost accounting. Stay. I don't know your level of your interest of your level of studying? What's your interest? Is this something that you really, really like to do? See, I need to know that because if you're really, really loving it, I'm going to take like out of it. If you're really, really loving it, stay consistent and grow. And most important, bring somebody behind you. Each one teach one. Bring somebody out of those streets who you can see may need some help. And you shoot them the same idea of what you have pertaining to your growth and your economic value. Give it to them. Bring just one person with you. You will feel so good not only about reaching or exceeding cost accounting, whatever that is. What the fuck is that? Again, what the fuck is accounting? Okay, because you say accounting. I know what accounting is. Cost accounting. Explain that to me. See how I need your help now, Gavin, because I want a very clear understanding of cost accounting. Is this someone that comes to you pertaining to what? Taxes? Um, their portfolio for retirement? What exactly is cost accounting? Helping people get on a budget? Like, what exactly is that? What exactly is that? Because I'm not sure. But hello, Jason. How are you? But back to the Diddy thing, right? I mean, I probably counted well over 50 from what's coming up down my stream, content creators, and I have to keep turning. And I have to keep turning. One, because I'll never lose the fact of the real reason of why so many have gained this interest in the law, talking about it. And that's because of the money value that's connected to it. Other than that, if you had not seen where YouTube would pay you to do anything, I've never seen so many people in high profile cases take their time out of their day to want to do this. It's just preposterous. Like, especially, and I ain't trying to come down on our black people, but I ain't never in my life seen so many damn black people want to cover a story. Never. I watched TV all my damn life. I watch all this court family case and court this and court that. I ain't never in my life seen these many black Americans this interest in taking time out to go spend on a sidewalk to cover a story. You say cost accounting is accounting that helps your company, okay, set a proper. Oh, you in the big league. Oh, you in the big league. But you need to. I need to be. I need to hire you. See, because I need to get my business back up and going. With what I was like, what I like to do. I only was doing it because I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. But of course, gamming, I ran into a blooper, by trying to get it off the ground because I lack in that area, and also because I only introduced it right here on YouTube in my little circle, and it got stuck throughout the back and forths and the dislikes and liking of how people are out here, and I like YouTube. There's a lot of it that I just don't like about it. But you say you good. You got another girlfriend, Jason. Why are you not married? You didn't have to, you need to be married by now. Jesus Christ. Oh, you found her at the Galveston County Adult Daycare. Okay. How long you been liking her, and how long she's been your girlfriend? Cause you go through girlfriends like crazy. I don't know why. I think you some type of, you know, the man or something. You could just get you one every year or something. I don't know, Jason. I still can't even get out my head about you and your brother over there arguing about cups. I hope you ain't still leaving them cups laying around. You say what's a basic salary in the US for a graduate depending on that particular occupation. Let me say that because you can go all the way up into science, engineering, and stuff, right? And those people, can range up there a little bit over 100,000. Somewhere in the media of it, with a graduate who kind of goes into, hell, I'll use my daughter, physical therapy, or a minor business, having their own business, or let's say a beauty supply store. The average medium would probably be between a 75,000 to 100,000. That's just my consumption of guessing, but and just kind of looking at it out there. Look at me, Gammon. I worked for the post office 27 years, and I'm not. I did 2 years of college, and for my associate's degree in psychology, right? That was so long ago. But I ended up settling here at the post office for uncircumstantial reason. I am not in my dream life, Gammon. I can tell you that. I'm not in my dream life, but I just became accustomed to what I was doing and just owned it and just ran with it. So, yeah, I'm well up there to like, I think I'm like at 80,000 or so a year, you know. And that's with pushing, some overtime. Yeah. Hi, Mass Chaka. How you doing? God bless you too. Thank you for that too. Oh, I needed that because I started off with a bad day today when I left out this house. Your girlfriend name is Georgia. Sweet Georgia. Ray Charles from Galveston. Well, I'm happy for you, Jason. I'm glad, and I hope she makes you happy. Yeah, and don't make her be over there doing no all that cooking and stuff for you. Relationships have grown to be 50%. You do your share of it too. Ain't no need for no woman to be coming in picking up your shoes when you can pick up your own shoes and put them in the closet. Yeah, make it work. So as you can see, that's what's going. Yes, it's expensive, Gammon. Oh, Gammon, you know what else I was watching? Dominican Republican, right? And I was, they were showing what it costs to live over in the Dominican Republic in certain different areas. But I don't know how true it is because it's on TV. And I usually don't believe everything that I see on TV, right? I have to go and actually look it up. I have to do some networking to try to see if that was true. But they say that the Dominican Republican is very, very cheap. I'm talking about $600-700. It even gets cheaper than that. But I do notice that when they would speak on the apartments or so, or it's costing you about 300 or 400, it's not an upscale, apartment or so, but it looks like they packed in too. Gammon like sardines over there. I don't like to be packed in too much. But let me tell Mass Chaka about my day. Because it really. Okay, so this what had happened, right? I'm glad you're happy, Jason. That's what's up. Nothing but happiness. Because happiness brings you peace. And you don't let nobody disturb your peace with their nonsense, right? But Mass Chaka. So my daughter was here about 2 weeks ago. She's home now because she's college is out, school is out, right? So I guess at some point in time, that shark, they call it a shark fin cover for your antenna on the top of your car, right? For the satellite. So I went through the car wash because I went to going to get the car because she was out of school on the 19th and because she was heading to Ohio, right? So, and I didn't want the car sitting up at the college while she was gone, like almost a week. So I went and got the car. I brought the car home. So I decided, oh, I'm going to go through the car wash, forget it. I have unlimited car wash thing. Oh, I might as well get the car wash, right? And I put it on both of the vehicles. Hi, Red, but I like your name, Red Banana. I like that. I like that. You say, do I'm on wait, okay, because I want to finish my bad day with Mashcot. You say, do I own the property? Do I own my property? What is the amount you paid? Well, yes, I own my property, and just for you, Gammon, because you've been here vibing with me, I will show you my property. There, here's my property, and then I will tell you what I paid. Here's my outside. You see that? You see that? See that? I'm working on my grass over there. That there is some of my roofing. Oh, I got to show you this though, Gamut, because let me tell you, my contractor who's supposed to been doing my stuff, right? Yeah, he has cancer. So I have to find another contractor to come and put it in. But see, let me show you let me see if I can raise it up. My best siding. See that? And then there's my hot tub. You see all this work? I got a lot of stuff. All of my roofing stuff is out here. Some more stuff is on the other side. It's all on the other side. But yeah, I have the jacuzzi world tub and stuff that's supposed to be going in. But he has cancer now, so and because I've been working so much, I haven't had time to actually bring in some more people to interview and hire. But yes, this is my property. That's my property. Red Banana. I gotta comb my hair. I haven't taken out my summer stuff. I have a new gazebo going up. And here's my home. It's a little my big TV. There's my kitchen. Yeah, that's my kitchen. See that? There's my hallway. There's my bedrooms. There's my bath. I had someone online that used to laugh because she says, you only got one bathroom. I was like, well, I only got one ass. How many do I need? Here's my basement. You want to see my basement? It's pretty junky. See that? You want to see? I'm not in my office slash studio because it's a mess. I have a laundry room. There's my laundry room. It's a mess. See there? You want to see? You want to see my office? Show you what, which I will be down here sometime today. See my office? Ta-da-da. See my office? There's my R. Kelly. I want you to see my R. Kelly. Okay, so what did I pay for this? Well, I ended up getting a great deal on it that was within my budget. I also made sure that it wasn't too much home for me because I thought about, damn, Gammon, I'm going to be old in a little bit. Who in the hell wants to be cleaning a big house, right? So, what I did save up, I was able to bank and put my 20,000 down so that I didn't have to do my PMI on it. So, I got the home for I think I paid one. They wanted, I think it was like 210, and I got them down. Well, we went back and forth, and to my understanding, they wanted to evacuate as soon as possible because they had ill parents further north than where I was. So they actually took my offer coming in at 160. So that's how I ended up with this. And it's just right for me, right? It's like not a, I can clean up and don't be tired, you know. Um, my dog loves it, Teddy. I show him all the time. He's getting old now. I'm getting a little bit concerned about his eyesight and his hearing, but so far he's okay. He's camera shy. But thank you, Red Banana. I'm gonna call me sometime today or before I head back to work. But and I work hard, Gammon, so that I can stay close to physical in physical shape and staying healthy. I know that once we reach an age, we seem to get a lot of, get more relaxed. We sit down more. We started eating what we want. I don't know if it's because of when we get older that people starts to think that they're getting older and I need to take it easy. But I am a firm believer that if you just keep going strong and keep the blood flow going, that you'll live a whole lot longer and also eating healthy as possible as can. Now, from what I'm told, which I don't have many of them because this is a banana mango, that banana, I've never really heard people talk about it though, Gammy. I ain't gonna lie. Now all of a sudden, because I be wanting to have my banana shakes in the summer, but I ain't know banana had that much sugar in it. Everybody complain about, oh, it's got a lot of sugar. But every now and then, I ate a lot of bananas at night. I found that bananas help me sleep well. Now, when I turn and got a little bit of time on my hand and start flipping through the TV, oh, it's got a lot of sugar in it. I'm like, oh, this damn if you do, damn if you don't. So you have to find your weapon of what you are okay with killing you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to find your weapon of what you are okay with of killing you. Because basically, everything out here, including the air, is going to kill you. I Sorry about that. You're going to have to break your name down. Lucasito. Hey, Lady DeJour. So, they put all this stuff on TV, or you'll hear a nutritionist and or different doctors come on and be talking about this stuff, and they tell you to stay away from this. Well, don't do that. No, I am 28. I was My golden birthday was on 28. About, let me see, 20 some years ago. About 20 some years ago. I remember my golden birthday. I do. I remember. I ain't gonna tell you what happened on that day, but it's a lot of stuff that I kind of don't remember sometimes. But baby, I remember what went down on that 28 golden birthday. I just can't talk about it. You got to put some shit in the box and let that shit go. Like, and it'll resurface back to your mind. And all you can do is just laugh to yourself about it. Let a motherfucker say, what you laughing at? None. What you talking about? None. What you talking about, huh? What you talking about? None. Some years of my life, I do not talk about it. And there is a lot that I would love to write a book. I would love to write a book about my life. It would be a great read for y'all. I kid y'all not. Y'all will be like, who that girl? What? You would not put my book down. I promise you, it would be so much hair raised and yeah, you would. But that doesn't make me too different from you guys because all of us have a story that we would probably like to tell, but we just don't tell. But just imagine putting it in a book so that someone else can read it and be, yeah. But you got I don't have that um open open about me, like that, because look what's happening now. Look what's happening. You all would have never known a lot of this stuff going on with this. P. Diddy case, or Puffy, or Sean, or whatever y'all want to call him, until there's one or two or three people open up that Pandora box about it. One of them had to be what the feds. The second one is all the constituents that he dated or was at a party. You understand what I'm saying? Like, now, let me tell you, Gammon, what I don't like about it and why it is difficult for me, in a sense, to cover certain type of stories like this, right? Number one, you don't know who or what to believe. The only thing that you are to rely on is a lot of the stories that people put out as hearsay. Well, what makes these people so different from the people that you actually fucks with, sit around with every day, go out to eat, right? Thank you, Claire. You can have it, sweetheart. I give away stuff. I don't care about stuff. You can have it, honey. You can wear it with me. I don't care. But what makes those people who you guys don't know, never seen a day in your life, storyline, so truthful to you, but the people that you're actually see every day have these regular conversations and stuff with you, that you can depict whether if they are lying or telling you the truth. Is it the fascination of it being on TV? Is it is because it's broadcast like that? Oh, I like my trolls. Look at y'all visiting me today. I love y'all. Oh, my trolls. Thank you. I like when my trolls support. I really, really do. Y'all be like y'all almost day ones. Y'all, and none of y'all been disrespectful. That is so what's up. Ain't that right, Lily? And so I'm listening to all of these stories. And granted, I get it. You can sit in that chair and they ask you, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? The person who starts telling their story based on the questions that is asked in the court of law from the prosecution and or the defense side. Here's what I don't like, and something that I would never condone, something that I would never vote on in law. And I'm a woman. I'm a woman. They tell us sometimes that women have that intuition about other women, you know. They now telling us that you should believe every woman unless you can actually catch them in a lie. I'm a different breed. One, I can't speculate to a certain extent. And I know it's hard for us to get around because we all want to express our opinions based on what we have heard. And that's natural, right? They say that's natural, right? So, and again, I have on Invisaligns. So I've taken the long road of straightening my teeth up, spending a lot of money on it, then running to the doctor and having them clip on some shit on my teeth to make them perfectly white out here. Me and myself know good goddamn well all these older black Americans out here ain't just lucked up on having no damn straight ass white teeth. No, run to these places. I'm gonna take the long route and get them done. So I'm working on that. So I have this little slur sometimes, especially when I get to talking too fast, because then the saliva is filling up in the caps, and I have to swallow it. But I'm okay with that, right? Because I got them on. So I listen to these stories, and trust me, I am. But one thing that I would never, ever would want to do is bolt in that there is unlimited time. There's no time of when a woman should come forward to make allegations on someone. I would never vote that in. Never. I don't believe in the fact that where they say that You don't know how long a person has with healing. I don't believe that. I'll tell you why I don't believe that. Because I'm led to believe that if you trust God, and I'm not trying to bring God in the commentary right now, that's all the healing you need. So I'm under the impression, or I become under the impression, that these people never sought God after a situation may have occurred. You know why I can say that? Because years, way back for me, we all have gone through some devastating things, right? And I'm not talking about SAN on me, none of that. None of that happened, right? I'm not talking about any of that. I'm also a witness to it, another female. And I believe that when a situation occurs to you, whether if someone has, you know, beaten on you, SA'd you or R'd you or whatever, right? With strength in the Almighty God, I know that you can move on. Nobody can tell me or even change my mind that 30 years later, when it came to the Bill Cosby trial, when it comes to the R. Kelly's trial, and you had this young girl who, young lady, I guess I should say, who had been fascinated by R. Kelly pretty much all her freaking life, spent the money, partied, did everything. And you found no healing from that 20, 30 years later. Mind you, I don't understand how people can set aside when they decided that they were victimized and have a 20-year or 10-year lifespan in between where you have had another boyfriend or a husband or numerous of boyfriends, numerous of husbands, where you enjoyed life, you went to the movies, you functional driving your vehicle. Hey, Red Banana, I didn't know you left, Banana. You got to tell me when you're leaving so that when you come back, we don't have to keep saying hello because I told you that I liked your name. And then are you speaking to the chat? Unless you're speaking to the chat. I don't know. You could be speaking to the chat. But um, you have that. You have birth children who literally takes up a lot of your mind mentally and physically, right? That also helps you wash away something of your past so that you can enjoy something of your future. You understand what I'm saying? You have been to weddings, at the parties, out to eating, out back or Longhorn and or Olive Garden and just kicking it. You're functional to go and buy new cell phones, get new clothes, pay your bills. You're functional. Somewhere that tells me that there was a little healing with God. You had, you had God in that healing. Hey, boo, what's going on, sister? Right? And then all of a sudden, in this 10 and 20-year span of nothing, this relapse comes back and says, oh, I remember when I was a victim. Oh, I remember when I was essayed, or I remember when and now you sink back to this black hole of yours. So, you know what? Because the law has changed this and the law has done that and the law says this, I'm going to be a part of that. I'm going to sue too. What? Makes no sense to me. And I'm a woman. Makes me say, like, what? So, as this P. Diddy stuff goes on, and I catch glitches of it, right? Not every day that I click on it, but I catch glitches of it. And because of the way society is, it's now making the world or the general population feels like that this is something of the norm. I listen to the ladies or the people who are regurgitating or things from the transcript because there's no cameras or whatever inside the courtroom, right? So I'm listening to their Q&As. I'm also listening to the rhetorical questions, that comes from the prosecutor. Well, which is the trickology game of court. You ask a question a particular type of way, you'd be surprised about the answer that you get. So I was listening to a content creator speak about this Cassandra person, I guess, or is that her name? No, 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 no. What's the Scorpio? It was Scorpio something, right? Or Capricorn. It was something like that. I don't know. Shit. And she talked. They asked her a question, and her response was, she was kidnapped. I literally froze up. So now I paused it on there to go over to the other channels to see because I know everybody caught that kidnap. And that went viral. I kid you not, it went viral. Kidnap. So she went into explaining how she was kidnapped and who did it, right? Or it was led, the question was led to answer who she was with or who took her to a place where she was locked up for a certain amount of days, but who instructed that to happen? High level up. Who instructed that? See, they didn't give a shit about who took her there and locked you up. Now, maybe the person is not alive anymore. I don't know. Pedo, Julio, or whatever the hell his name was, right? And you would think that the moment you heard that, because I heard, the guy's name and I was reading it. Where's his charges? Because he actually did the work. You understand? That's like they say, what do you call it? Conspiracy, right? What do you say? Hey, Cincinnati. Oh, you from Cincinnati? I literally just left Beechwood. I just left Geneva. I just left Cleveland. Like literally, I just got home back here on early Sunday morning, might have been about 4 o'clock in the morning. So shout out to you. I was out at the NCAA watching my daughter run, and I hope you go and catch it. It's 2025 NCAA Division 3 championship over there, and you'll see her in the 4x100, which happens to be the first run on the live, so you don't have to be on there all day. And she runs the second leg for UW Whitewater. So go check that out. And then come back in my comments and let me know if you just enjoyed that. I'm not going to tell you to watch the whole thing, but because they're at the beginning of the video. Check it out. NCAA 2025, Geneva, Ohio, 4x100 relay. UW Whitewater. She's the second leg. Check it out. Let me know what you think about Coda Bear. Yeah, check her out. So, and then she's a freshman. So she's in her freshman year level up. Yeah. Yeah. Did you hit the like button before I say hi? You in Columbus, Ohio? Man, y'all should listen. Y'all should came out and seen me. Ivan, level up. Y'all should came out and rock with me that day. It was cold over there, Ivan. That damn Thursday, Friday wasn't no pump. I'm over there, and I forget because you guys are so close to home. I'm over in Wisconsin, right? So I'm on the other side of Chicago. Chicago divides us. And I'm over here. I done packed up a few shorts, my legs. I got my tank top. Get over there, Ivan. Y'all got the same damn weather as we do. And you guys are an hour ahead. And I was miserable Thursday and Friday, Ivan. I was like, I be damn. And they literally had to run in the rain. So I'm out there. You'll see me on the video. Actually, you could catch me in the 2025 NCAA. I just noticed that I was in their video. They must have panned the cameras, which I've never seen. You know, I was really shocked that the cameras actually came to where we were, right? And I'm in that part of the video, so I felt like a little superstar there, Ivan. I was like, "Be it, I'm on my fucking video. I'm on the video." Ivan, I was out there like, "You want my autograph? You want my autograph? You want Papoose autograph?" I'm just kidding with you. I'm just fucking with you though. But Saturday ended up being very nice. But let me get back to my story and in my feelings about the content creators and they're developing stories. You say they're developing stories around P. Diddy, right? Because there's so many. And everybody's going to have their assumption, of this case. And some of them have their truths based on what the law is saying what a RICO is. Now, I done heard so much about what a RICO is, I think they even want to add the kidnapping. I don't even think kidnapping is part of freaking RICO, but they didn't say so. When now let's add that in there. But anyway, right. Oh, crossing the state lines, right? So this Capricorn, I think that's her name. If I'm not, then forgive me. Okay. If I'm not, if that's not her name, we'll use Capricorn. She was kidnapped. Now, I get bringing these witnesses to these stands, right? But they had to bring someone in there to red bandana. You told me that. Can you come and comb my hair? Do you know how to braid red bandana? Because if you know how to braid, you come do my hair. Okay. Then I'm gonna rock one of your hairstyles. I'm rocking one of your hairstyles. You think I got this hat on? This is bad hat day. This is bad hair day. Red banana. You tripping? You think you tripping? Get this hat off? No, I'm not gonna take it. That ain't gonna happen. But okay, so that's what my thought was. You don't do braids. Now you need to come so I can teach you how to do braids. I'm going to show you how to braid. I braid my hair. I braided my hair. It took a long time too. I still got the cramp from 3 weeks ago, red banana like right here. I still got a cramp. And I was sitting right here. Oh, wait a minute, put my glasses. Wait. I was sitting right here, red banana. And you know what I was watching? Let me tell you what crazy movie I was watching. It was do you ever watch all them bootleg movies? My BFF knows I love bootleg movies. She's in the chat too, right? Um, it was some shark something, and I couldn't even get my hair done because I love bootleg movies because I just like laughing at them, right? Because they be so throw out there. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, like who sits and have time to make these bootleg ass movies like this, which is comedy to me, because good goddamn well ain't no shark doing all that, right? So, but I was trying to braid and I couldn't get it done. I couldn't get it done in time. Like it took me forever because I was so busy laughing at the shit. Then I rewind. That my BFF right there in the chat. Make it done, y'all. Give her some love in the chat. Appreciate it, right? And she'll tell you, I'm a day one on bootleg movies. I am a day one. I watch bootleg. All the new stuff that's out or whatever. I'll tune into them, but I prefer me a Prime Video or a YouTube bootleg movie. They be funny to me. But she said she was kidnapped. And, first thing that I'm thinking to myself, well, it's obvious that those prosecutors wouldn't follow up with the question after asking her, tell us what happened. And she said she was kidnapped. No, they wasn't going to follow back up with, well, who kidnapped you and why would they kidnap you? It was, to me, just left as the presumption, since P. Diddy is there held on this RICO racketeer charge, right? Or the Mann Act or whatever, how you guys want to say it, right? That we'll just leave that there. We'll just leave that there for the jury because, you know, we already have the guy that we want in custody, whom we are making as the kingpin of this also. When that guy, I guess he's going to testify or so, right? Then now he gets to tell his story about how he was employed by Puff Daddy, and then they'll put all of that together. Yeah, they'll put all of that together. Hold on, I gotta get a fake time. Right? And usually, then so that's how that works, and that's how the jury, will decide, what's what. You say Sylvia need to get her air. I have Jason. I don't give a rat's ass about no damn air tag. I'm just waiting on the court stuff to start. You know what? Oh, that was a scam call, but I'm just waiting on the court stuff to start. With them, but you want to bet because they're not high profilers. And they ain't gonna have no attention out there walking around their courthouse, Jason, to blow them up and get them all out here as great content to follow. So, you know what? I don't. They don't like each other. That's just it, Jason. They don't like each other, and right now they're in the sabotaging time to demolish each other, basically. That's it. That's all. They just don't like each other. So, but that's what, when I heard out there. And when I tell you that when that young lady who was on the stand testifying went to talking about kidnapping, it went viral. Now everybody, this is how it works out here. So I sit back and I be laughing, boy. I be like, let's make a big deal out of this. But I wanted to make a point behind that too, based off of my earlier story that I was telling you guys about, right? The 20 and the 30 years, all that stuff. Now, I'm under the impression after she was locked up for so many times or for so many days, she got she got out. This is just my crazy way of thinking. She got out. There is no storyline about what did she actually do for the years that went by other than working for Suge Knight over at Bad Boys or whatever that is, entertainment or whatever. So she talked about that a little bit. But what has she been doing now? Why did these people go find these prosecutors or your defense find these type of people that has a story that's 10 or 15 and 20 years ago, but there's no police report or any of that to bag this stuff up? And I mentioned the police report thing about it because that makes me clearly understand how devastated it was for a person. Because normally, when you're devastated and some shit happened to you and you pop and this or that, you go to the police officer, right? People go to the police station. At least get it on file where it's there. Whether if it's there or not, I don't know. I'm just hypothetically speaking right now, though, right? And when you take it down there, then there's this big investigation that you're asking, because that's what police reports are for your community police officer or whatever to look and see, okay, what happened? Because I'm sure being locked up for 5 days, they didn't mention anything about what she couldn't eat or couldn't do that. I didn't think I hear them say anything about whether if her phones were taken or none of that stuff. They might have. I'm just saying that I didn't hear any of it. I probably clicked the TV off, right? But do you know how devastating that is for someone to restrain you from life itself? Can you imagine? I'm running out of here. I'm finally getting out the closet. I'm going to go and get fucking help. Right? Now that I got help and I got these police officers on my side, these police officers are going to go and investigate and see what happened. Go to the room that I sent you to where I was. Blah, 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 I got free. Diddy wasn't picked up? I'm asking. Ivan, can you answer that? Because you know a little bit about the 2012 car bombing. Was he picked up ever about that? Was he brought in for questioning behind that allegation? And I'm kind of asking you like for a reason. Or do you think? No. I'm glad you said that. Because, baby, I have to be perfectly honest. If none of that exists, Ivan, after you're sitting here telling me how devastated you was, and now 20 years later, you want to tell me that you were afraid because somebody said that he would unalive you or throw you in a river, motherfucker, you gonna throw me in a motherfucking river. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. When we were born, before we were born, you learn how to float. We are developing in an enormous amount of fluid where we are already taught how to hold our breath for a mighty long time. We're in fluid already. Fluid is considered almost like watery. It's just a little bit thickened from all of that old gooky stuff or whatever that surrounds the placenta. And I don't know how to break it all down to you, but I know a little bit of how to break it down to you, Ivan. Or what's all up in here that protects that baby once that baby is growing and breathing in that fluid. What you think about that, Ivan? What do you think about that? How we live in that? Mm, how we live in that? Our eyes are closed, but you are breathing. And you ain't just breathing because an umbilical cord is attached to you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find a documentary on it tonight before I go to bed. Just watch it briefly, right? So, because someone threatens to say, well, if you don't stop, or if you do, I'm gonna throw you in the river. Throw me in the motherfucking river because I promise you, I'm going back to that fetal, FETAL, fetal. And remember, all that's gonna come to me. I'm being there floating my ass off, trying to get to. I'm a survivor because you got to want to be a survivor. Just I'm be swimming like a blowfish. I'm make my ass in one of them goddamn things. Now it's a different story if you're gonna shoot me and then throw me in there. I'm gonna have to pray to God that it's a bullet wound that don't kill me. But I'm stroking it to somewhere. Well, I'm gonna come up and take me a little puff of air. I'm going back down. Isn't that funny how when some shit happens to us, we can't remember how to fucking survive? That's some crazy shit. Why we can't remember how to survive? We that freaking hysterically scared? All of us probably been threatened at some point a time in our lives, right? But so okay, so they're gonna throw her in the river. Well, that didn't happen either. Maybe because she went and sat quiet all these years. So now that they have him in custody, right now I feel safe to tell. But let me take you here though, Ida. If what they're saying out here is so true about Diddy having so many people out here under his control that can do whatever that at a snap of a finger of what he wants, wouldn't some of them people still be out here? And isn't she talking now? Oh, so she ain't scared now. I'm just asking for a friend. She has no worries at all right now, right? Ah, it don't work that way. It just, to me, it just seems like it just doesn't work that way. If you're saying that he had this much power and this much control and he can have these people do X, Y, and Z to you, then what makes it so different today? Well, ain't nobody locked up but him. So we're ain't no more compadres out here? Or is it that she's grown now to this person that has this strength that isn't afraid of anything, right? And walking up in there like it's like she's scared of shit now. But she was afraid of a lot of stuff. I don't know. And I'm not saying this to say that there wasn't P Diddy wasn't breaking the law that circumvents around Arico. All of that traveling over from the state to state to state to state. I have to look at that situation like I did when I looked inside of R. Kelly's situation. And let me tell you what I mean by that, Ivan. I'm going to go here with this, and I'm going to always be a believer with that. There is absolutely no woman in this world, Ivan, none, that's going to sit in my face and tell me that I dated him for umpteen amount of years. It's not one. I just can't buy it. And because there are some ups and downs in a relationship, or because you allowed yourself to be sidetracked by someone who likes multiple women and did not hide it, Ivan, as a woman, you don't get to show up and show out. You accepted that behavior. You don't get to say, well, because she spoke out, well, now I'm going to speak out. 11 years after dating someone. All of that time in 11 years. How many do you think that they can actually add up? I don't know. Of when someone started beating on you. How many years are you going to allow someone to beat on you? How many? Diddy, just as well as any other man out here, was never unstoppable. Never. All you had to do after that first or second beating was to seek that help. Bring that attention to him. See, that attention should have been brought a long time ago. So you don't get to come out, in my opinion, to say that I thought this was going to be the love of my life after 20, or let's just say 15 years of beating. You sat there for that shit. You keep right on there sitting for it then, because you can go on a yacht, because you can travel around the world. Huh? You can go over there and, what is it, Buddha, and kick it. Over in the Dominicans on the pretty blue water, rocking all of the Prada and the Berkey bags. You can do all that. It's a lot that comes with that. It's a ticket price with that shit. You know how I know, Ivan? Because I know. I ran somewhat of a lifestyle like that, minus the freaking beating. Minus the beating. Went through the yelling. I went through what they would say, well, you know what, you shouldn't go out today. I took that like, oh, okay, I guess I can't go out today until my other eye woke up. What the fuck is you telling can't go the fuck outside? So I was willing to say, you gonna have to beat my ass. Because when I'm a grown ass woman, I go outside, I'm going to fuck outside. And the crazy thing about it though, Ivan, I get anything that I want. You understand what I'm saying? It was coming at me like this. But it was never going to come at me where I felt that I was being manipulated or brainwashed or going into some Stockholm syndrome. And I get it. I know we all are different breeds out here. But I'm going to tell you what makes us not so different when it comes to females. A female do not have a problem being a gangster on another female if you tell her you don't like her hat, you don't like her shoes, or if she done mess with your man, she gonna come at you, right? But they sure won't come at that motherfucking nigga. I don't. Red banana, would you stop it? Would you stop that? You stop. Stop talking about my hair. I'm having a bad hair day and you tell me I love your hair. I'm actually happy that you like bad hair days though. At least I think that you can accept me with all of my normal features and things. I don't want, all makeup and nails and stuff. I put lip gloss on here and there, but I eat that shit out. But I'm just so normal. They used to call me Plain Jane, but I like being Plain Jane, Red Banana, and hopefully you're a man. Can you put a yes in the chat if you're a man? Because I got something to say, but it needs to be directed towards like a man. Because I'm not gay, so I don't want to do it with a woman. Can you put yes in the chat if you're a man? Right? Put yes in there if you're a man. So, and I'll tell you the reason why I prefer to stay natural. See, no makeup. See, no eyelashes. I don't even know how to put that shit on. Ain't that crazy? I don't even know how to put makeup on. I never tried it. I have no idea. I don't even know how the hell they clamping them eyelashes on. I never tried it. I've never wore a wig in my life. I don't know how the hell they putting that thing on there and cutting some shit off and super glue some shit. I don't know. And I go in the beauty supply store and I be looking around at it. You think I got, you say I need some sleep? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get some sleep though. Right here, right, Gammon? I see that. I'm finna go put a cucumber on that bitch. Gammon, I thought they said cucumber help. Now, Gammon, you got to keep in mind, I'm not 28. So I do get some sleep, but I'm going to get more sleep. I feel what you're saying, though. But, uh, red banana, let me tell you why I don't. There's two reasons why. One, because when you a man, right? Gammon a man, so I ain't worried about it. When I get ready to lay down with Gammon, and I take off of this shit, go wipe off of this stuff, peel these things off, you gonna get what I actually am when we get older. You understand what I'm saying? How long am I supposed to wear this shit? Because when we get in our 60s and 70s and 80s, baby, it all gonna change. So you gonna leave me? You gonna divorce me? Oh well, Gammon, I can't get in the bed with you. Gammon, why you didn't tell me that before I started my damn story? The fuck? Gammon. I mean, you old enough to be in the chat, but you should have told me your goddamn age before before I even said that. Don't be trying to set me up on some motherfucking bullshit. Finna try to man act me, the fuck? Oh, Gammon, you wrong for that. You supposed to say, hold on, Pap, before you start your story, because you finna use me, and I'm let you know I'm on a 20. Big Gammon, record that shit, because if we ever go to court, baby, I gotta record this shit. You must be crazy. It's crazy out here, Gammon. You can't trust me. Shit. Now, had I been about 35, though, Gammon, shit. I've been like, listen, because you know, if Stella can get her motherfucking groove back and the world can see it, then I know one time out of a year it's going to be all right for Pat. Shit, just don't get attached. You're going to have to go, call you around the summer month and I holler. Look at Red Banana still talking about some damn hair. But I'm just saying though, Gammon, right? Those are two things. We get older, which I think has a lot to do with couples that disguises themselves through the growth of their relationships, because men don't. Men don't have that much to do. But the female, after feeling like that we have to be astonishing, fabulous, and, go in the world, right? And we try to maintain that stuff for so long, right? What that is, right? We try to maintain that, spend all that money and everything. Then you get older and older, realize that, hey, it ain't working for you. In my opinion, though, Ivan and Gammon, right? In my opinion, as the female get older, let's say past 50s and enter their 60s, and they keep trying to make their visuals better, they look a whole lot fucking older. That's just my opinion. What's going on from England? That's my opinion, right? I think that they look much older then as they try to keep up, with the wigs and all of the makeup and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. Some of them might be like, okay, I would have thought that you were kind of around, you know, 55, but then they end up being a whole lot older. But let me tell you this, it sucks that the female has more pressure on them to look good in the public eyes than a man does. And I think it sucks. I don't know how is it that our women who does all of this fancy and dazzling up chooses to let it be okay with Mr. Snuffleupagus walking beside them. Hey, you forgot to have him clean his ass up. No haircut, beard all fuck crazy, gut all out there, but you out there. Now they got these skirts now that you can have your booty bumps out. Yeah. Let me, does the size matter? It matters to a certain extent. Hi, Renee, babe. It matters to a certain extent. Let me tell you why. Sex can be difficult, Gammon. If you have a female that is 115, 115, how do you think that that would feel with someone 280, 300 pounds on this person? That shit hurts. That shit looks like it hurts. Now, I think I might have glanced at one in porn movie long time ago. Not now, a long time ago, though, Gammon. And I was like, what the fuck? Now, from what I'm also told, Gammon, you got a 280-pound male and you have a 280-pound female. I'm told that that's the most difficultness of trying to have sex. Oh, it's hard. What are we bumping? What are we doing here besides dropping sweat on each other? So don't get it freaking twisted, dog. Damn it. And I know you seen them YouTube short clips out there. That big old girl, even with her bending over. Everybody here over 18, raise your hand and hit the like button. Big old girl. Now, the 280-pound man, and this is a fact. I'm calling it a fact, and I ain't did no research on it, but I'm calling it a fact, right? Take the 280-pound man. Do know that the further your stomach grows out, this pulls in, right? It's got to come from somewhere. The fat's got to pull from somewhere, right? It's got to pull. Yeah, it's got to pull from somewhere. And that's usually the first place that it pulls from. Now you short. And then you trying to what? Rabbit hump a woman? You red banana, I swear I'm gonna kick your butt. I swear to God. I'm gonna get you. I'm going to get you. Yeah. Where? How? Who wants to have uncomfortable freaking rabbit humping sex? It ain't sex. It's like you fucking trying to beat me. Like, what the fuck? Ow! Ow! There's two different kind of owls, and there's two different kind of hey, and there's two different kind of You start hearing her talk about ow, ow! Your ass too damn fat and big. It's like bag up, get off. Now you can go into a different position. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, yeah, you could bend it over. But then after you do that, and because you're so big, so now you done filled up the space between y'all, and your Dino is so freaking short. Now you got to grab her, bang the freaking back out, and still ain't getting none. Women fake it. Women fake it. We fake it because you know you got to satisfy your significant other. You already know that man ain't working with nothing right. But you got to satisfy him. So while you over there trying to hit that, you hitting a thigh. And we gonna be, oh, and you ain't doing shit. We just want you to hurry the fuck up and get done with it. Uh-huh. Because that's all it is. It's giving you your satisfaction. And the woman is going to do what? Eventually start cheating on your ass to go get somebody to do that satisfaction. But because we don't put that peer pressure on men of getting themselves together, or because some of us hide behind the words of telling your man, hey, hey, what's going on here? What you think? You scared to hurt their feelings? Hurt their feelings, because they sure in the hell gonna hurt yours. They sure will hurt yours. They'll tell you about how they don't like your hair. They gonna tell you how, well, why don't you get that little skirt to put on? But a woman won't do that shit. That shit crazy as hell. I would tell your ass in a minute, damn it. What's going on with your stomach around here? Do you think that I want that stomach bumping the fuck out of me? And I know, because you're the man, you gonna say like what women say, what one won't do, another one will. I know, and I'm gonna specifically tell you, then go let that bitch do it. Because ain't no fucking way. You about to fit here, tell all this fucking blubber all up on me. What makes you think that when we go out, and let's say we at the Dominican Islands on the beach. Oh, babe, I like this swimwear. You should put this on. You'll look good in this. Of course I would. I've been to the gym. I eat healthy. I'm in shape. Of course it looks nice. But what do I tell him, Gammon, when he gets out on that beach and he takes off that fucking t-shirt, looking like Free Willy Five? Babe, ho, put that motherfucking t-shirt back on. What are we doing here? Or you could take it off. And then I'm going to put on them dark shades. Gammy. You know how you can't see what I'm looking at? Ooh, okay. Huh? What you say, babe? Yo, yeah. Hey, yeah. That Stella got to go back. We fucked up out here, man. It's fucked up. It's crazy as hell, though, right? But other than that, they have this whole theme that they call love. And they tell you when you love hard. And you're supposed to love the person for whatever it is that you love them for, I guess. Stay in your relationship. See, they left that part out the Bible, though, Gavin. For better, for worse. Right? Yours was 5 How you know? You putting what you got the kitchen timer going? What you start the timer? You ain't right. You ain't right, Gavin. But isn't that because of anxiety? Is it because this was you really wanted this person really, really bad, right? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. It's okay. You just gonna have to keep you the type of women that want 5-minute bras. It's a win-win situation for you. It can work for you. And I suggest that you ask her, or that you be honest and you tell her, especially if you know that she might have been past promiscuous, right? You know that she ain't. You know that you can tell. Oh, okay. You can tell, right? I think that you should be honest with the female. Hey, I love you, boo. I really love you. And I love, I really want to make out with you. Whoa, 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 right? But I got something to share with you, and that is sometimes I'm only 5 minutes. I hope that don't bother you, and I hope that this doesn't break us up. See where our mindset is at with that shit. But that's one thing that we don't do, though, Gamma. We don't open up right away. You want to keep trying to flatter her, keep trying to do her with this little 5 minute shit. Yeah, she gonna bounce your ass up out of there. You should have had that talk with her before you tried to go in that front door. That's what you should have done. But we can't be open with people no more. Why do we hide shit? Because we're afraid to lose some shit. That's crazy. But back to all of that, the hair and the stuff like that, right? What happens when you get older? You grow older with the partner that you've been with now for years and years. And out of all of these years, 20 years, you've been in another freaking identity. I don't know. Maybe you were Janet Jackson, like I. You know, if I take that, what was Janet Jackson on Friday? What that girl say? That's kind of what I feel like now. What's her name? That walked up to the car when Chris Rock, right? Was it Chris Rock? He was waiting to meet Janet Jackson. He said, "Damn." How long should a man perform in bed? I think that a man should perform until the woman is satisfied. You have to know how to time yourself, especially if you're trying to keep your relationship hot and spicy, interesting, fun. I think that a man should always wait until the woman has expired. I do. Yeah. Women, to me, can lose interest in a man if you decide to pleasure yourself first and leave the woman dry. Yeah. She's not interested in you no more. Because, first of all, oh, this is about you, huh? Second of all, when the female has its pleasures first, right? Body's relaxed. The mind is relaxed. They're in their head going, "Oh my God, I love this guy. You know, oh, I'm in love. I love you. I love you, boo. I love you, boo." They don't give a fuck about what you're doing afterward. They ain't going nowhere. Does that make sense to you? Make sense to you? So always, always, if you're planning on being in that relationship for a long time, pleasure your girl first. Mm-hmm. Pleasure your girl. You're going to get her to stick around you. You know why? Let me tell you why, Gammon. Let me tell you why she's going to be stuck to you. Tell you why. As soon as you say why, I'm going to tell you why. You're you're going to have a lot of babies. You better quit playing. I hope you strapping it up. But I'm going to tell you why. If you allow yourself to allow the female to have pleasure before you, because now you have their undivided attention in the relationship of you really liking her or sharing something, your treasures, with each other, because that means a lot, right? She will be so afraid, I'm gonna say afraid, with not with you trying to appease someone else. And she's going to become very transparent in that relationship with no doubt about it. She's going to be very transparent. You ain't going to have to go look no further or nowhere or none of that, even with your 5 minute game. Mm-hmm. She going to lock that down. A woman is going to make sure that you as well are just as satisfied as you have made her. You ain't go nowhere else. You be just fine. You call me Dr. Ruth. I'm not Dr. Ruth. I'm just vibing with y'all. I ain't no doctor. Yeah. You you started taking medicine. And you 20. And you 20. Now don't take this the wrong way, Gabby. Don't take this the wrong way. But I gotta tell you, Sister Pat about to tell you what you did. Come here. Come closer. You know why you taking that medicine at that young age like that? So that you can have a good performance. Come here, because I'm going to tell you why. And right now, you need to stop. You need to stop doing what you're doing, because now you know I know what you're doing. You know I know. So stop it. Stop stroking your monkey. You're damaging the nerve cells in your dino. Keep your hands off of it. Your dino is only used to your hand and not no damn cooter. You need to let it go. Stop thinking about it. Get your ass off them porns and stop making love to your damn hand. It's a mental thing. If you're going to keep wrapping your hand and tearing them blood cells up in it, what makes you think that your dino is going to be attracted to the cooter? It's attracted to this. It's scientific. It's connected to this. So you started stroking your stuff probably at what? A younger age. I ain't gonna say the age. Very young age. And you done damaged your shit. You got hand dino damage. HDM syndrome. Yeah, you got HDM, bro. And you know what comes after HDM? Rheumatoid arthritis. You ain't gonna be working a fucking job soon. By the time you hit 40, your hands are gonna be worth shit. Because you're gonna damage these nerves. You're doing too much. And now you telling me that you 20, 22, and you pumping some freaking medicine. Gammon. Leave it alone. Get back your relationship with your mind and your dino. I don't even know why I'm on here giving sex advice. How y'all got me giving sex advice? Red banana, if you talk about the goddamn braids one more time, it's gonna be me and you. Now, stop talking about goddamn braids. Yeah, that's messed up though, Gammon. I'm really surprised. I'm shocked right now. Cause you're too damn young for that. The only time you're really supposed to be into that is when you finding yourself. Now, I know you done listen to that Cat Williams shit. I think you listen to that Cat Williams shit. Where he talking about some, if you don't know the number of the strokes, then you don't know yourself. Did he tell you that you was going to fuck yourself up too? He left that part out too. Make you say, Now you kind of wondering if Cat Williams' goddamn little shit might be working too, huh? I'm just saying. I know you admiring my hair. I know you admiring. I told you to come here so I could teach you how to braid my hair so then I don't have to braid my hair anymore. Yeah. I'm really, really surprised, Gammon. I'm really surprised. You only do that when you are at that age of needing to find yourself. Now, I will agree with Cat Williams on that. Yes, it helps you discover your stroke game. I get that. But god damn. You just gonna stroke it until what? You're 50? It don't. It don't knows a woman's part no more. It can't connect. It can't relate to it. It only knows the smell of your hand. It only knows your grip game. But that medicine, you keep on taking it. And I promise you, something else is gonna be messed up in your body. Keep it on. You might end up growing big titties at the age of 40. Don't even know why. You don't know. I don't understand it. Just because these people come out here with all this goddamn shit to make, that doesn't mean that you need to run to it. What I don't understand. Damn it, I can't do it. They got the stuff for your cuticles. Damn it, I don't put that shit on my fingernails. I just let it grow naturally. I don't do nothing. Thank you. Thank you, Red Banana. Red Banana, thank you. That is insane. You know what else though, Gavin? Like them damn energy drinks and that Red Bull, coffee. Oh, I need this. This is gonna give me an energy boost. Bring your ass back down too, don't it? Don't it? We can't get naturally hype me up. Huh? We can't get naturally hyped up. I get naturally hyped the up. Now I do love my tea. I love tea. I'm gonna see if I could pin red there. We're gonna pin you up top. There. I got you pinned, Red Banana. You ain't got it's there. It's up and it's up and it's stuck. I love your hair. I pinned your shit. I got to pin your shit. I got to pin your shit. Oh, I'm just saying. I go in the stores and I be reading. I look and I'm like, oh, and they got this. Oh, they got this. Oh, they got this. I walk right past it. You mean to tell me that we got all of these scientists in the world that now knows what's best for you? They know that if I whip up an energy drink, this is good for you. Because they tasted that shit. Half of them people that made half of this shit out here is just not here anymore. You say caffeine did what? I don't drink coffee. Caffeine can help you. Who told you that bullshit? Where are you getting your shit from? You need to make sure that you stay and connect with me over here. Because I need to bring you up here. I need to help you, brother. I need to help you. Like I do one of my other brothers. I got 5 brothers. I got one of them. I talk the same. We're like, what? But you know what they think? They think that I'm the one that's psycho. Because I don't go in the store and get all this stuff. Or, oh, you just don't, and you're lost with this, and you just don't this. No. And I get it. We call it preferences, right? You have your preference. And that's fine. And that's fine. You know, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So they say do what you like, right? Because at the end of the day, it's one or the other of the likings that we do is going to kill us anyway. One or the other. Do what you like. It's all going to kill us anyway. All this stuff is a death trap out here, anyways. It is. Yeah. So, I don't know. You might need a magnifying glass for that, though. Red Banana in the house. But y'all know what? I just wanted to mention that. And like I say, I am a woman. There's a lot of stories that I hear with all this victimizing stuff that is coming from, you know, a lot of females on situations that occurred in part of their life that comes out, I guess, when it's necessary for it to come out. I'm very, very sympathetic to it. And I'm sorry that stuff like this happens in the world. But you would think after hearing maybe three big major stories about situations like SA or the big R that it would stop, because people should realize that there's consequences for for that type of behavior, right? But people don't care. You have those out here that will continue to do some of these allegations that are being said because they feel like that they can beat the system with it, or they feel like that, as time goes by, nothing is going to ever happen to me anyway. And now we're finding out that that's not the truth. It could be 50 years from now, and like R. Kelly told, what's her name, Gail King, it doesn't take much to tell a lie. All it takes is for one person to say one thing and the next person to say another thing, and then you have a whole story to run with. There's a lot of females that came forth about R. Kelly. Some of them was so far back. You got one main character, I mean, telling the world how much she loved R. Kelly. That's my man, she said, throwing it all up in the world's face. That's my man. And all because she found text messages of a conversation he was having with the other female that was in his presence the same time that Azarel was in his presence. They both claimed him at the same damn time on the Gayle King show. Yeah, we love him. Yeah, that's our man. What I do in the bed with my man, it's my man. The whole world seen this. Shit fucked me up in the head for a minute. To have the prosecution, because you're mad because the conversation is quite different now with the other female, which to me appears to be where he was telling her some things that he wasn't telling the other. That's usually how it works. Okay. One's gonna make one feel better. It's just the way it works, right? To allow you to become so envy and upset with it. The world saw Azarel and Jocelyn sitting in the Trump Tower, having a time of their life, birthday shopping, purse shopping. I mean, the lavish lifestyle they was having. They were okay with each other, being with that man. The public wasn't okay. The parents, all of a sudden, wasn't okay. Paperwork filed, enough filed because of R. Kelly not being arrested from his previous trial. He got to go home. And the first thing that they're saying now is, you know what? Talking about this DA. We got him. All we got to do is get to the girls. All we got to do is tweak the stories. All we got to do is exactly what they're doing in Puff Daddy case, is offer immunity. They'll talk. They'll give us what we want. That's just how they work. And because these females are so angry because they're not day ones, or because there was some yelling in the relationship, or because you didn't get $10,000 this month, or because he took this one over here to the big shopping mall and you didn't get to go this month, all because he went out to eat with this one and you didn't. They're mad. Everybody's mad. And the only way to get even when you're mad, you're welcome, Gammon. is to get even. And the DA likes when you want to get even. You give them a winning situation. You give them a winning card. Yes, this is going to be easy peasy. All we got to do is find the mad ones. All we got to do is get next to the ones that really hates his gut, because I'm pretty sure there was a whole lot of them that just walked the fuck away from it. And there was in the R. Kelly case. They didn't come forward at all. Yeah, doing shit. You know, I knew what I was getting myself into. That was that man's world. That was that man's world. To my understanding, he never hid his type of world in a sense like Puff Daddy. You know what these freak offs are for. You know that there's 100 bottles of baby oil in here. You ain't you comfortable or you uncomfortable? What you gonna do? You gonna stay? You wanna go home? You wanna stay? You wanna go home? Denzel Washington, Denzel. You wanna stay? You wanna go home? Isn't that crazy? Prosecutors get hold of this one here. Cameras went up everywhere. They recording everything. Preparing this case. Stacking premeditated evidence on premeditated evidence based on a bunch of angry women because he did not choose the way that they or she thought he was going to choose. I'm going to set him up. I'm going to say he did this. I'm going to say he did that. I'm going to say he did this. RICO comes. Mann Act. Transporting a female across state line. I'm going to end this show with this right here. How the heck do you charge someone who literally says, that's my man, who is literally the man, R. Kelly, is off touring, performing, and a girlfriend who by choice chooses to come where he is, wants to be by her man, wants to come to the show in the front row. Hey, you know, hey, oh yeah, shake, leg shake, yeah, right, to goddamn traffic. How the fuck that work? Oh, they not boyfriend girlfriend no more? Well, when the fuck did this happen? Wait a minute, 5 years, 5 years, and because she traveled across state line, with Chicago being legal, and then another state is illegal on the age, but they're in a relationship. See, that's the problem that I had right there. They were in a relationship. She said it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. She even, that's my man. She pointed to that camera. But because she traveled to go see her man across the state line in a relationship that she had been in for some length of time, it's criminal. Well, if it was so motherfucking criminal with her being underage, I still need to know why and how was R. Kelly not picked up at a graduation he attended with her? Why was he not picked up when they moved in the Trump Tower? Why was he not picked up on several occasions of any other time that they were out of town? Why? It made absolutely no sense to me. You could grab him then. What the fuck did you needed to wait all these fucking years to grab him and prosecute him, indict him on the fucking Mann Act for when they've been traveling all these times? You mean to tell me that the parents didn't call the first time when he got with her to say, hey, my daughter left? I mean, the Jocelyn parents did later on down the road when things didn't go well with them. He got Stockholm Syndrome. I put that up on my darn post. When do you get Stockholm Syndrome? When shit go bad. How the fuck does that work? We get to name some shit after some shit happened. Where do you get these titles from? Because that's the only way they got the name of it. We'll wait for the event to happen. Then we'll make up a name. Just like the fucking illnesses that we come across or different types of the diagnosis that they give you. Oh, we'll call this Mr. Sinophagus is on the what the fuck? Some of this I do feel like is what's going on with, with the P. Diddy, even though there's a challenge Q&A out there about who do you think is worse, Puffy or R. Kelly? How could any of it be worse than the other when aren't they charged with the same shit? Oh, we're talking about the actions of it. Does all of those actions really fucking matter when they only needed to prove this? Why does it have to take so much? Take so much on that because that's going to determine if there is a conviction, the length of time that they will serve. Isn't that crazy? And just keep piling on, keep piling on. But when I heard that kidnapping, y'all, kidnapping, first thing I'm thinking to myself, I'm waiting on the next question. Well, who actually locked you in the room? Which she finally put the name out there. I saw it come up across the screen. Okay, so where was his arrest? Oh, we're going to make it so that that guy can get immunity. Kind of like what happened with R. Kelly case. There was so many people that they say if you're going to take one down, take them all down. Because if you don't, my way of thinking is what's stopping the next ones from starting this whole octopus of a circle thing? What's stopping it? Thank you, Red Bunny. Yeah. So the only similarity, not the only, but the one that really jumps out at me on trying to compare these cases is just as such. People are going to come forward. People are going to get immunity for coming forward because they don't want to go to jail. They don't want no indictments. They don't want their life interrupted. They don't want to go through a whole lot of embarrassment either. Money being spent. So, yes, I'm going to agree and I'm going to get in this lane over here and I'm going to help you guys take down that one. Very close similarity of what happened to R. Kelly, in my opinion. A lot of those people on his side who spent this money, visited his home, drove the cars, borrowed more money, traveled here, helped pass out tickets at the concerts. They over here getting them dressed, shot, all that shit. Took immunity. They didn't want to go down. R. Kelly takes the fall all by himself. The other two conspirators that had something to do with the freaking alleged videotape, which is something I would hardly ever understand. I don't know how long they can hold stuff in evidence. But I know that I read a comment somewhere, can't remember, and it made perfectly good goddamn sense to me. And that was, how in the hell do you make a tape illegal in a courtroom that was used allegedly over, 20 years ago, right? When it was sold everywhere on the streets. How do you churn that? How do you undo that to make that solid evidence? It makes no sense to me. But those two conspirators who end up obtaining their own separate attorneys, And as I watched them or reading it from the screen, went home. They sat on the stand and told how they went and got the tape, and Lisa Van Allen did this. I mean, what they were saying was enough to convict them. That was some crazy shit. You did what? You what? Daryl McDavid. I think that was like an attorney or some shit. Was already had a suit in against R. Kelly for a little bit of $1 million or more. He went home. But he was also involved with moving and knowing about some selling or something or some fucking tape that somebody said that he got from out of the house, and then Lisa Van Allen went, and then the watch and the jewelry. And I was like, what the fuck? There's your goddamn criminal. They're skipping the people, like Trump says. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. I so happened to hear that shit the other day, y'all. I was laughing. It ain't funny, but they're eating the cats. I was about to get up and dance. They're eating the dogs. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Not mine, so he's over here chilling. But how? How? Why has it become such a big thing for your government to allow so much immunity to win an indictment against only one person in what they called a fucking enterprise? Ain't that shit make sense? Is it because they're lazy? Do they save money doing so? Are they not sure about winning their cases without other people? What if they take away all immunity? What would happen? Will the real, actual title enterprise include more than one person? But you know what, y'all? Guess what? Red Banana says, hey, one pal. Hey, one pal. I don't know. Now, I'm going to spend a few hours and go put my clothes up because I did laundry. I'm getting ready to mop my floors. I am. I know y'all probably say, bitch, I don't believe you. Well, here go the mop pan bucket right here, because that's what I was about to do before I even got on this bitch, right? I was like, let me clean up a little bit. Oh, I'm lazy. But then I was lazy, right? But I was about to mop. I even brought it upstairs. See? I was like, let me mop. Let me sweep. I took the rugs up out the bathroom because I don't like to, I ain't no liar. Not like that. Not no bullshit like that. But, and then I'm going to go and watch. Not no more puffy shit, because I'm over that shit. I can't do too much of that stuff. Speculating on a bunch of shit. I just can't do it right. But I'm going to go and watch and this goddamn Remy Ma and its papoose. They owe the public their personal business. Red Banana wants to see my hair. No. It's braided up. I'm getting ready to take it down. Red Banana can see it when I redo it, which I'm probably not gonna do nothing to it till probably Friday. Yeah. I'm gonna take it down though, shampoo it, conditioner. So, but I got to go catch up on this Remy Ma stuff because, of course, they have the public now. Public opinion matters. Out here going against each other about who's right and who's wrong of what their marriage consisted of. What happened in their marriage behind closed doors. And Papoose was there for her, and Remy Ma did this, and Papoose wrote all her music, and Remy Ma done slept with the man, and Papoose done walked in on her, called her a couple of times, and now we at the episode where he stayed in the marriage because of the children. Some people say that that's a good man for staying in the marriage for being because you want to be with your children. Some people say you must be goddamn fool if you done sat here and known that your wife, body, mind, and soul was belonging to someone else. I don't know. Some people saying that Papoose is broke and Remy Ma was holding it down. I don't know. I just want to go and see what their story is about. I heard little pieces of it. I listened to Papoose whole live coming home the other day. I kind of felt his pain and everything, and I understand that, but I'm looking at the now. Or what's happening now? Papoose is in a whole nother relationship. Granted, he's upset or he's down, he's sad that I guess Remy Ma is withholding his daughter from him. Yeah, that shit hurts. Some shit I don't play with. I don't care what's going on with two adults. I don't care if you got another girlfriend or 20 over there. There is no way in hell that I would ever withhold a child from their custodian parent. Never. All I ask is for you to make sure that she's safe and return back home. Safe for me. I would never tear that down. You remember, these kids grow up. Kids grow up and we remember shit. We remember shit that can be damaging to our mental as we continue to grow. And that's how we develop all of these different characters that wants to escape outside of our body because we're angry or we're happy. We got different emotions or whatever. But they says that a lot of it, I've read, well, some people think that the kids learn, as they go. No, there's a part of it that starts in the home. That I do not agree with Remy Ma. I don't care how much control or if you were given the custodian parent over the other one. It took two to birth. That adult shit that you got going on, y'all got to work that out. But you got to leave them kids out of it. Never, ever, ever, women, use your children as a power grift to take them away from their daddy under no circumstances when it's a situation that is going down between you two. Never have that jealousy feeling. Hi, Sir Miguel, love. When your guy goes off with the other female or two or three. Your job is just to make sure that their dad is keeping them safe and getting them back home. He'll be just fine. Stop getting that jealousy shit in your head just because he has another girl and your baby is around them. It's part of life. Be all right. The baby already knows who the mother is. It's okay. Y'all need to stop using them damn kids. You need to stop doing them men that goddamn way. And it's not right. It's not right. And I would never, ever, ever, ever agree with any woman doing that. This is an adult situation. This is an adult situation. These two adults has fallen out with each other, not the child. You're putting the child in a compromising position to whether if it was, I got to decide who I love the most. It's not hard, Rachel. I promise you it's not hard. You just have to think of it being not hard. The only time that you should be not allowing this dad to not come and see its child or take the child to go and have fun with or even spend the night with him and his wife or his girlfriend or whatever is if you find out anything has been done wrong to the baby. If you can keep in mind that it's about the adults, it becomes very easy for you. Let the child still go be a child. It can turn out two ways. That child can end up not liking your behind when you get older. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that, though? Huh, Rachel? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with when your child turns 16 and you done kept her away from her dad for 13 or 14 years to tell you that she don't like your ass and she never wanted to stay here and you took me away from my dad? You know, you're not going to care. You know why you're not going to care? Because you're going to feel like that you did your job and you did what was best, but for best of her interest. And no, you didn't. You did it because you were pissed at that fucking man for them 13, 14 years that you could not get over. That child was your pawn. And that's facts. It's your pawn. A lot of us women don't let it roll that away because you feel like that you always got that man right there in the palm. He's going to have to answer your call. He going to have to come by. He gonna have to give me some money. I got his child. The fuck? Fucking world we live in. You know what type of women I think of like that is Rachel? To me, those are women that just have not found how to stand on their own two goddamn feet and make shit happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. You depending on that man. You depend on that man's emotion. You depend on that man's money. You depending on that man's attention. You don't want him. No, you just want to keep up shit because you have some precious jewel upon. That ain't right. That ain't right, Rachel. How in the hell can you achieve or receive happiness in your life if you're going to stay stuck in that goddamn lane? Make it make sense to me. Come get your baby. Sure. Sandra will be ready. You said 3 o'clock? Okay, well, when you going to bring her back? Okay, I'll be here. Send that. Especially when you know, Rachel, you finna pick up the phone anyway. Now you got time to go rendezvous with Bob. Fuck is you bitching about? Now, is it a problem? Because John is probably trying to hold that over you where he feel like he don't want no other man around you and your child. Now y'all need a motherfucking psychiatrist. Because you're both crazy. You feel me, girl? You're both crazy. You're both crazy. So now we're finna play tit and tat. Oh, you can have another girlfriend, but I can't. And in a sense, though, you two ain't really let each other go. Yeah. Because if you did, you'd have moved on and none of that bullshit wouldn't matter. You got sons, girl. Shout out to you. 3 girls. I wanted a boy. I wanted a boy. But I also was going to leave it at 3. It was like, but I'm blessed. It is what it is. I wish we can do that time machine. Boy. It doesn't work like that, though. Some people tell you if you on top, it's a boy. Then they tell you if you're on the bottom, it's a girl. I don't know what to believe anymore, Rach. They out here with all the powers that God has. Everybody, I was sitting there listening to it for a minute too, Rach. Oh, okay, go on top. Okay, I'm gonna have a girl. That shit didn't work. That's one of the other reasons why I stopped believing in man. I had to turn my life back over and start believing what God said. That's what I had to do. Because I believe now that man will show in the hell fail your ass every damn time. You can't tell me anything at all now. I believe shit. I have a hard time believing it. Let me say that. I have a very hard time believing it. Got to be so damn convinced, because, baby, everybody want to do God's job. Everybody. And to me, I wouldn't even want it. That's the most difficult job in the entire world. And guess what it pays? Nothing. They do it all for free. All for free. You better be glad I wasn't God. I'll be charging y'all ass up the river for all this hard damn work I got to do for your asses. You want prayer, Rachel? Yes, that's $2,000, especially after I done heard what your problem is, and you want me to fix it? Shit. Rachel, you better be glad I ain't God. Because, baby, respectfully, because I love me some Jesus, but I don't know how he do it for free. I just don't know. Girl, I'll be like, ooh, Lord, let me pray for you. What happened? Oh, hell no. That's going to be about 3 grand. Oh, I'm crazy though, Rachel. I love to have fun. I gotta go though, girl. I need to really finish cleaning up here, and I need to call. I done hung up on my mom twice, and you know what she want, Rachel? What you doing? I talked to her this morning. Nothing. 4 hours went by. I'm over at the Kia dealership. I'm trying to get them to order this part, which I'm not now because they want too much money. Mom's call. That's 4 hours later. What you doing? Nothing. I go over here to take Coda Bear. She wanted to go to that, what is it, Plato's Closet or something. Coda has so much clothing and shooting that I have bought for all these years. So I made her go through her closet when she was here. So we were going over to the Goodwill to drop them off. She's like, no, Mom, let's go to Plato's Closet. What the fuck is Plato's Closet? All right, she takes me over to Plato's Closet. Take her whole tub in. She read the website, right, Rachel? Take her tub in. I'm sitting out in the car, girl, because I got me a goddamn Portillo's cheeseburger, baby. It was 5 too. Then I had to stop and get one of these. So I'm full for the day. I probably have me some cherries or some grapes for later on. But she goes in, she comes back out. Mom, it's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes because they got to go through everything. Okay. So I might as well go back through the car wash because I got unlimited rates. I be going around in a bitch in circles, girl. I mean, circles. He was like, then you just come through here? How dare you fucking question me when I'm paying $25 for unlimited wash? If the arm is automatically going up, Rachel, why in the fuck is you questioning me? Hello? Hello? Because I can go through here all day. I can just go around in circles. I'm paying for it, right? I can just go in circles in case you missed a spot. Girl, Rachel, I had to tickle myself pink on that one, right? But, baby, Mom's car, right when we was going up in the car wash. Oh, I was just checking on you. What you do? Rachel, I've been on here talking to you guys. My mom has called twice. I love my mom dearly. Dearly. But she has absolutely reached her limits on calling me for the rest of this day. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't getting through. She don't want shit. Nothing. Stop being nosy. You don't need to know what I'm doing every goddamn. Do you know how old I am? Even though, they tell you, don't do your mom like that. You'll miss her when she gone or whatever. I know all of that, but right now I can have some fun with my mom. So, Plato's Closet end up texting Coda Bear's phone. Mom, my stuff is ready. Okay. So then I finished eating at Portillo's. Then we went back over there. She had a whole tub. You know how much they gave her? Because Coda got good shit. Shout out to Mom. She gave away a pair of her Air Force Ones and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Girl, she ended up with $242 and some change. It was pretty cool, huh? No, she geeked and happy, right? She's gone to go and watch one of her friends run. That still is she's a senior over at the high school, so she's gonna go and support her and watch her run, and she'll be back later on. But I gotta clean up. So, love you, girl. Thanks for popping in. Hey, don't forget, hit that like, hit that share, and don't get y'all minds all twisted up in a bunch out here over all these trial cases. It's a learning process. They're teaching a teaching process based on learning what the law is and can and can't do and people who get to depict it and fight over it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's going to sign off. It's going to end. You'll be sitting back asking yourself, what did I miss in my life? Do you know I could have gotten this done and this done and this done? Shout out to all of the people that are out there walking those boots on the ground to get content. But keep in mind, there's a motive behind everything in life that we do. And since YouTube has offered such a generous amount of money pertaining to your likes and your views and your subscriptions, and you buying their membership, their premium subscription for the YouTube channel, they generously will pay you back. What does that tell me? That that's a whole lot of people, in my opinion, and I'm speculating right now, so a little bit of hypocrisy, just a little bit, is chasing that goddamn money. No shame in it, none. None, not disrespecting it or none of that. Because you got to get the money the best way you can. But I promise you, and this is all without benefits. People ain't building no retirement behind it. Some of them might be rolling something into a 401k or whatever, or IRA. I don't know. There's some people here that just doesn't have demanding or promising retirement funded jobs. What else to do? I don't even, I don't know. So you have to give shout out to YouTube for being YouTube. YouTube has really made a financial way for a whole lot of people that was probably lost financially. They found their way. A YouTube job pays your bills, your rent, your gas, your food, and all that other good stuff that comes with it. So you have to say shout out to it. You hear a lot of people say, fuck, YouTube, yeah, YouTube is paying these people money. Content creators. So I ain't never mad at them like that. I don't bitch and gripe about no damn community strike. I don't do it. It's y'all world. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a little nut out of it. That's about it. That's all. Again, thanks for popping in, y'all. All my trolls, y'all are the best trolls. Y'all the best. Not disrespectful. Y'all gave me some like buttons up there. We're going to come back and do this again and vibe again. But I got to go catch up on why I'm sitting up in here dusting, cleaning, mopping, and all of this stuff in my house right quick. While I feel like it. And catch me some Remy Ma and Papoose. See what's going on with them. Hopefully they can mend this stuff and walk away like two adults and just go on and take care of the family. You can't take the sex back. Can't take none of this stuff back. One thing they can do is move forward. I just never thought that I would ever, because I've never seen Papoose out here on this type of time. So that came as a shocker, to me. Seems to be always quiet in the public, whatever music and this or that. It's gone. Never seen him on a stage carrying on or this or that, along with some other artists out there, right? But I got to catch up on it, y'all. Later with this P. Diddy stuff, because I can't do it every day. I cannot sit there and listen to this crap every day. I lose time out on my damn life. Peace, y'all.